All right, let's take a look at some of the formulas that deal with polygons. And we looked at one formula, which was the sum of the interior angles. We looked at one formula, not actually a formula, sum of the exterior angles of any polygon is 360, but the sum of the angles of sum of the interior angles of a polygon was that formula n minus 2 times 180. And we're basically figuring out how many triangles you could break the figure off into, since the sum of the angles of a triangle is 180. But we talked specifically about...
May I have your attention, please? Would all students that are not with a teacher or a coach
Apparently
please
they don't know
report to
that
the South
I'm
Cafeteria at this time?
right now, so
that's the South Cafeteria.
If you're at
Thank
home
you.
and not under the direct supervision of a teacher or a coach, I guess you have to report to your kitchen. Would be the equivalent. Who knows? But anyway, if we look at this problem, we're either given a number of sides, given an exterior angle, or given an interior angle. And we looked at some formulas. We said, all right, if I know the number of sides, then an exterior angle is equal to 360 divided by n. In case everyone didn't see, Jess Strauss wanted to say hi to everybody. She just happened to be in here a second ago.
May I have your attention, please? Mr. Niederberger, please dial extension 2230. Mr. Niederberger, please dial extension 2230.
So it's real easy to find the exterior angle if I know the number of sides, right? It's just 360 divided by n. So like for instance, this case would be 360 divided by 9. Well, how many times does 9 go into 360? 40 times. So the exterior angle is 40 degrees. This one, the exterior angle is going to be 360 divided by 30. How many times does 30 go into 36? 12 times. So that's 12 degrees. Now we could come up with a formula for the interior angle. Remember, the interior angle was equal, sum of the interiors was that n minus 2 times 180. So if I wanted one interior angle, it's going to be n minus 2 times 180, divided by n. Pretend that's 0. But we get that n minus 2 in parentheses times 180 divided by n. That looks like a lot of work to figure that out. Not that we can't use it, but what's the relationship between an interior angle and exterior angle? If I zoom in, like if I had a regular hexagon, and I'm talking about an exterior angle, what's the relationship between this angle and its interior angle? Well, that's a straight line, a linear pair. They have to add up to 180. So if I said, well, what's 180 minus 40? 140 degrees. 180 minus 40. This is going to be 180 minus 12. That's going to give us what? 168. Now, how do I work backwards from here? They give me the exterior angle. Again, these two always have to add up to 180, right? So if that's 6, this is going to be 180 minus 6, which is 174. If this is 178 degrees, this is going to be 180 minus x. I'm sorry, minus 178, which is 2 degrees. So we got general. If I said the exterior angle was x, then the interior angle is just simply going to be 180 minus x. Now if I look at this formula, like if I said, all right, suppose they give me one of these and I want to solve it for n. Which of these formulas looks like it would be easier to solve for n? Now, obviously this one, right? I only have 3 things going on. If I said solve this for n, if we did this long way algebraically, you would multiply both sides by n, then you would divide by the exterior angle, and you're going to get n equals 360 divided by whatever the exterior angle is. Thing with properties of proportions that we could also do is set up to solve it this way. But now, if I'm looking for n, I simply got to take 360 divided by the exterior angle. So 360 divided by 6 is going to give me, oops, that's not degrees, 60. So that's a 60-sided polygon. This one's going to be 360 divided by 2. 360 divided by 2 is 180-sided polygon. Try drawing that one out. If it's x, 360 divided by x would be how many sides our polygon would have. So hopefully this clears up some of the stuff with regular polygons in terms of if they give you the number of sides, how to find the exterior and interior angles. If they give you the exterior, how to find the other two. And if they give you the interior angle, how to find the other two. And I'll do one more video, maybe with one of the word problems from last night's homework, and hopefully this will get you pointed in the right direction. All right, here's one of the word problems from the homework where it talks about a baseball diamond's home plate has 3 right angles, the other 2 angles are congruent, find the measure of the other 2 angles. So it's basically saying there's 3 right angles in this figure. bam, bam, and bam. The other two angles are congruent, and I'm going to call those x. I don't know what they are. And they want us to figure out what they are. Well, this isn't a regular polygon, so it's not like I can use the formula to find one interior angle of a regular polygon. But I do know that I can use that formula, n minus 2 times 180, to find the sum of the interior angles. So n, number of sides. It has 5 sides, so this is going to be 5 minus 2 times 180. That leaves us with 3 times 180, which gives us 540 degrees. I gotta stop doing this after school, or I have to do this when no one's here. Sorry about that. So we got 3 times 180 equals 540. So the sum of these angles has to be 540 degrees. Now what is all the angles? Well, we've got 90, 90, x, 90, and x. Isn't it going to look like this? 90 plus 90 plus x plus 90 plus x. That equals the sum of the interior angles. Now we can simplify this expression over here, right? We got 90, 90, and 90, which is 270 degrees. We got x and x, which is 2x. And now we're going to solve this for x. We're going to subtract 270 from both sides. They cancel. We're left with 2x on the right. Subtracting over here, right? Zeros give me 0. Borrow from here. 14 minus 7 is 7. 4 minus 2 is 270. Not 4 minus 2 is 270. 4 minus 2 is 2. Our answer is 270 degrees. Now we got 270 equals 2x. Divide both sides by 2. What do I get when I divide 270 by 2? I get 135 degrees. So the two other angles, the two congruent angles in the baseball diamond are both 135 degrees. That was one of the word problems. Let me see, one of the other problems was 4 of the angles of a pentagon have measures 40, 80, 115, and 165. Find the measure of the 5th angle. You do the same thing. You got 540 for the sum plus the 4 angles plus x, which is the missing angle you're looking for, and then you should be able to solve that. So again, hopefully this is just an example of one of the word problems, able to set it up using the sum of the angles.